What is going on, peeps? How are y'all doing? What is going on, guys? Throw ourselves against the wall. Alright, just gonna throw down one last post. How is it going, guys? How are y'all doing tonight? What have y'all been doing on the weekend? Where has everything been for you guys? I know it's a little bright. No, it's good. We're good. Roman, what's up? Chance, Mike, check your messages real quick. Donovan, what is going on, my brother? Clement, good morning. All right, good morning to you too. Good morning to all, and good evening to all. You just created a 50-page PDF that summarizes all of Baby Pips. Dang, Roman. Dang, bro. All right. I see you, Roman. I see you working. Is that what you were doing over the weekend? What's up? What's going on? Mike, how are you doing, brother? Namaste. Good to see you. Trey was here just a little bit ago. You need to come out here, Mike. You just woke up, Donovan? Oh, my goodness. Ben, what's going on? Steven, my brother. Guys, it's good to see all you guys, man. That's all they do. It is good to see you guys. What time are we at right now? We're at 11:12. Give it just a couple more minutes. We'll give it a couple more minutes. No big deal. No big deal. How? We're still alive. I don't care. Is that Candace? What's up, Candace? How are you doing? Good to see you at that trade room out there. The trade room representing out there in Dallas, baby. I love it. Cleaning up my workstation a little bit. Guys, what did y'all do over the weekend? What did you learn? How was NFP for everybody? Give me some feedback. How are y'all doing? What I did, I finished a lot of Straight Line Persuasion. I also was reading, I mean, we're going to be reading this anyways, but I was rereading it. I was also rereading a lot of my notes. I've had this notebook forever, and I've taken, like, pretty much all the notes I think I've ever taken. I mean, a lot of stuff. A dream journal's in here. I mean, my, just a lot of stuff is in here. And I was just kind of reading over. Do you guys always go over the notes that you take? Do you read the stuff that you do and write down, and then after you listen to something like a you know, whatever type of webinar or some type of personal development, anybody, it doesn't matter who it is, do you go through it afterwards? Do you read what stuck out to you, what they tell you to write down? Do you read back through it, even like all the time? And that's something I don't do, is I don't do it all the time, and that is my problem. I have so much in here, man. Just Alan Watts's Cosmic Network. I've got something about water, the power of breath on a TED Talks. All life comes from life. The frequency of a wave is measured in hertz. This is our resonance. This is our resonance time that we were dealing with. I've also got the next world, the singularity, the AI, artificial intelligence, blue light filters. Man, I have so much in here, but I've taken a lot of notes on frontline persuasion or straight line persuasion, and I was just going to talk a little bit about, because what I want this to be tonight is, you know, guys, y'all, we're going to check the news here in a minute, but if you don't already know, today's Labor Day in the United States. Well, okay, tomorrow's the Labor Day in the United States, so we're going to be having a pretty slow New York session. London should be fine, but you guys already know, grab your water, go ahead and go to the bathroom really fast, get ready to get off of your social media platforms, get off of everything, and let's get into class, guys. Let's get into the world of education. Let's get into that world of resonance. Let's get onto that same frequency with one another. Let's see. I just woke up. All right. How was the weekend? Josh, brother, my weekend was great. I see you locking down that IML TV spot. You better believe it. That was another thing that we were doing this weekend, man, was over the course of the weekend, we've been designing logos. Here, I'll show y'all some. I know a lot of y'all probably have already seen it, but let me just show you. So we were looking at some, some baseline images, and then, this is what we ended up coming out with at the moment. Really, really nice. I really like this one. It's like there's cancer in my... Yeah, that one looks so good. Oh boy, I love that one so much. No, Jared, you're not late, brother. You are not late. Don't worry about it. Grandpa the Pug is here. Hi, Marissa. All right. So, guys, this is like what tonight I would like for it to be about is I also am, me and Jordan are also implementing a new type of system into our training as well, but we'll talk about that in just a second. And we're going to touch back on base about how your guys' trading plans have been going for you. How have you been sticking up with it? This is a mindset night, guys. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get things started now. I can't see how many people are here, but as long as the peeps are already here. All right, guys. So go ahead and put everything down. Do everything that you need to do. Put your arms into a position right now. Get in your most comfortable state, guys. And there was actually, I just kind of wanted to read through it. All right, guys. As you're breathing in right now, as you're taking in those breaths of life, as I'm going to take mine in. All right, guys, as you continue your breathing, I want to thank you guys for being here on this Sunday night as the markets are opening, as we are about to start this brand new week with brand new opportunities, with brand new... Oh, I'm sorry about that. I can't control it. So as we are continuing with our education, as we are continuing with everything that we're doing, as we are going to manifest the things that we're going to be doing and implementing into next week, manifest the things that you're going to be doing, guys. Become a creator of circumstance. Do not become a creature of circumstance, of stuff that you think that the world is going against you, if trading is going against you, if whatever you think may be going against you, do not stick into that mindset, because there's nothing good that's going to come out of it. You have to become a creator of the circumstances that you live in, and that is the only way that we're going to be able to really achieve the success that we want to. So as we're going to be in here together in synchronicity with each other, as we are all resonating with the same ideas and the same mindsets, please feel welcome if this is your first time. And for all of my peeps that are always here, I thank you immensely for being here, for helping this community, for helping and it's not even just, the trade house community. It's just for the fact that mass consciousness is gaining an awareness level just by doing what we're doing right here. So I hope that you guys can feel that power and feel that you belong and feel that you are also just as much as a cog in that wheel that is helping everybody get to that next level, just by simply showing up, just by doing the breathing exercises that you're doing right now. And as we continue looking at whatever we're going to be looking at into tonight, that it's going to be powerful information, guys. So with that being said, namaste, guys. Open your eyes. Welcome to the Trade House stream, guys. My name is Mike. Welcome to the first stream of the week. Welcome to what we have going on in this weekend, or this day. What I'm kind of wanting to be going over is what your guys' goals are for this week, because what I've been going through a lot is just to become a greater salesman, and to become what we need to be to go to that next level. What's up, Jose? Good to see you, brother. But like I said, guys, what I've been going through is a lot of personal development this week. We've also had our teams here. Shout out to the HEB trade houses that they've been here grinding like crazy. Love you boys to death, and we've been working with that. I've also been figuring out like what we're going to be doing for IML TV and stuff like that, because you guys should know that I will be going live on IML TV very, 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 very soon. I'm still going to be doing these streams, but it's got, we were getting that all worked out and figured out and situated, getting my computer set up and all of that. So that's what I was doing. When are you going to be on IML TV? I promise you will know. I don't have the specific date, but it's probably going to be this week. I just don't have the specific date for you yet, but I promise everybody will know. But guys, what personal development have you gone through this week? Have you looked at your whys this weekend? And I've already told you what I went through, that I've been going through different modules of straight line persuasion. I've also went through resonance again, looking at different types of, just to say, oh my goodness. I mean, there are just so many notes right here. I wouldn't even know where to start and then where we would start talking about, because this information is so powerful, and I just love that I have it here. And I mean, guys, what we need to be doing here tonight is we need to be developing a plan of action for you guys, that if this is your first time or your second or third or fourth time, that how is the implementation of the plans that you have set for yourself? How has it been working out so far? What have you had to change, and what have you had to really get that into? Where do you stand with your trading right now? Not even just with your trading, but with maybe your business, maybe with your personal life. Have you implemented any type of new structure into your system that could really, really, really be helping you guys out, such as changing your phone background into something that is listing your goals, or what you need to do today? And is that helping you? Is that something that, because I'm looking for new ideas that can also help me out as well. If you have something, hold on one second. Hold on one second. All right, so I just closed out of Facebook. All right. You like those backgrounds? No, brother, this is actually this is just a design that we made. This is just a logo that we have made. We've made a couple more on top of that. I really like that one. This is hands down my favorite one. Love it so much. Real quick, can anybody in here name that sacred geometry? I'm curious. I'm just curious before we get started. Even if you don't, just take a guess. What do you guys think that sacred geometry is right there? I've been reading Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Excellent book. That's awesome. Yeah, dude, this is my favorite, and then these are just some other image designs, but there's that one. This is Vargas's favorite. Then this one. No, not fibs. Not fibs. Come on. Come on, guys. Give me that fire. Give me that fire or something. Not the circle of life, Steven. Almost, Jared. Not the flower. Taurus? No. No. I'll pull up a real quick. Guys, I just want this to be as, you know, as we open up this weekend stuff, guys, I just want to I want to really have a community response to see where everybody is. Hold on. So, if you can name that one, and that one right there would be the fruit or the flower of life. That is the flower. That's the seed. That's a seed. That's a flower. Another flower. Metatron's cube. I'm going to get y'all learned real quick on some sacred geometry. Flower of life. Not the lotus. There you go, Jose. Nailed it right on the dot, brother. The fruit of life. This is Metatron's cube. That is also the flower. And now, let me show you the fruit. And the fruit. There we go. Circle of life, the seed of life being the smaller one, and then the flower of life. And then you can see the flower of life is in the fruit as they all come from the other one. And the fruit of life is this image, but it's actually the 13 circles, the 13 paradigm, this right there. This would be the fruit of life, but if you wanted to put it into Metatron's cube, in the sense of there it is, the flower of life, the fruit of life, but that's not the flower. That would be the fruit of life. That's just another way that they put it for whatever reason. But there's another, you know, symbol that would represent that as well. The tree of life is also in there. The egg, fruit, Metatron's cube, flower, and seed. I mean, there they all go. I mean, it can't really be easier than that. Vesica Pisces. All y'all should know what the Vesica Pisces is. Vesica Pisces is a lot of different things. So deep, my soul is floating in space. Namaste, Roman. All right, guys. So, you know, we're going to be looking at some pairs tonight as well. But one thing that we're always going to open things up with is one of the scrolls. And what was the scroll that we read last time? Today, I will multiply my value 100-fold. That was the one that we had read last time. Now, guys, I want you to close your eyes, get into a comfortable state, and as we listen to these positive affirmations, because I will be reading this scroll, and it is very, like, once again, they're just powerful affirmations that we give ourselves. So here, I'm going to go ahead and start with this. Chapter 16 in The Greatest Salesman in the World. My dreams are worthless, my plans are dust, my goals are impossible. All are of no value unless they are followed by action. I will act now. Never has there been a map, however carefully executed to detail and scale, which carried its owner even more than 1 inch of the ground. Never has there been a parchment of law, however fair which prevented one crime. Never has there been a scroll, even such as the one I hold, which has earned so much as a penny or produced a single word of acclamation. Action alone is the only tinder which ignites the map, the parchment. This scroll, my dreams, my plans, my goals, into a living force. Action is the food and the drink which I will nourish my success. I will act now. My procrastination, which has held me back, was born of fear, and now I recognize the secret minded from the depths of all courageous hearts. Now I know that to conquer fear, I must always act without hesitation, and that the flutters in my heart will vanish. Now I will know that the action reduces the lion of terror to act with equanimity. Yeah, there we go. I will act now. Henceforth, I will remember this lesson of the firefly who gives of its light only when it is on the wing, only when it is in action. I will become a firefly, and even in the day my glow will be seen in spite of the sun. Let others be as butterflies who preen their wings yet depend on the charity of the flower for life. I will be as the firefly, and my light will brighten the world. I will act now. I will not avoid the tasks of today and charge them to tomorrow, for I know that tomorrow never comes. Let me act now, though my actions may not bring happiness or success, for it is better to act and fail than not to act and flounder. Happiness, in truth, may not be the fruit plucked by my action, yet without action all fruit will die on the vine. I will act now. I will act now. I will act now. I will act now. Henceforth, I will repeat these words again and again and again, each hour, each day, every day, until the words become as much as a habit as my breathing, and the actions which follow become as instinctive as the blinking of my eyelids. With these words, I can condition my mind to perform every act necessary for my success. With these words, I can condition my mind to meet every challenge which the failure avoids. I will act now. I will repeat these words again and again and again. When I wake, I will say them and leap from my cot. While the failure sleeps yet another hour, I will act now. When I enter the marketplace, I will say them and immediately confront my first prospect, while the failure ponders yet his possibility of rebuff. I will act now. When I face the closed door, I will say them knock while the failure waits outside with fear and trepidation. I will act now. When I face temptation, I will say them and immediately act to remove myself from evil. I will act now. When I am tempted to quit and begin again tomorrow, I will say them and immediately act to consummate another sale. I will act now. Only action determines my value in the marketplace, and to multiply my value, I will multiply my actions. I will walk where the failure fears to walk. I will work when the failure seeks rest. I will talk when the failure remains silent. I will call on ten who can buy my goods, while the failure makes grand plans to call on one. I will say it is done before the failure says it is too late. I will act now. For now all I have is For now is all I have. Tomorrow is the day reserved for the labor of the lazy. I am not lazy. Tomorrow is the day when the evil become good. I am not evil. Tomorrow is the day when the weak become strong. I am not weak. Tomorrow is the day when the failure will succeed. I am not a failure. I will act now. When the lion is hungry, he eats. When the eagle is thirsty, he drinks. Lest they act, both will perish. I hunger for success. I thirst for happiness and peace of mind. Lest I act, I will perish in a life of failure, misery, and sleepless nights. I will command and I will obey my own command. I will act now. Success will not wait. If I delay, she will become betrothed to another and lost to me forever. This is the time. This is the place. I am the man. I will act now. Namaste. Namaste, Agmendino. He has some of the most powerful affirmations that you can possibly find in a book, because why do you think that he says, I will act now, I will act now, I will act now, I will repeat this over and over and over and over and over. I will multiply my value by 100. I will be the master of my emotions today. All of the different ones that they talk about, if you just allow them to embrace into you, if you accept that experience into your personal experience, then you're going to really start to unlock the fruits of success and labor, just all of this stuff that we do on a daily basis, and stuff that we are all, remember guys, we are creatures of habit with every single thing that we do, no matter what it is. And so even in the greatest salesman in the world, the only way that you can get rid of a habit that you think is holding you back is by replacing it with another one. So whatever that has to be, whatever it is that you do on a daily basis is the thing that is going to be holding you back from the things that you want in life. And everybody always is thinking that there's some golden, secret. There's some like unbound rule, and even like in Forex, that they think that there's like some super secret strategy that all they have to do is just learn this one particular strategy, and then that's all it's going to be, and that's all you're ever going to have to figure out. Nah, I'm sorry. You're going to be playing yourself. If you think that the world is just going to hand people, you think that the universe doesn't know that you're not trying, you think that the universe isn't going to reward the person that has been giving his all, that is not going to stop, that is going to continue to work, that is going to multiply his value by 100-fold, because he is going to work, he is going to act, he is going to do whatever it takes. The universe responds to that. He is not a creature of circumstance, he is a creator of circumstance. The universe responds to the creations that he makes because he forces it as a creator. As you understand more and more about sacred geometry, as you start to understand more about life and the greatest salesman in the world, and straight light persuasion, the thing is, guys, is that they all say the same thing, just in different words. There really is no different. It's about how many times that you have to hear it over and over and over before you actually allow it into your experience, to where you're going to say, guess what? I remember that one day that I heard that one thing, and that one thing completely just shattered my mindset, and it completely shattered my belief system into thinking that I can do exactly what I'm doing right now, and to be introduced to something, not change anything, and yet still become successful. That right there is the problem that you are going to face as a human being, until you start to realize that that the world isn't against you. You are the world. You are the creator of everything that you want in your life, or you're a creature of circumstance. You think that the world is against you. You think that the trades are against you. You think that the market is against you. You think your upline is against you. You think your parents are against you. You think your boss is against you. For whatever reason, it is a natural human response. The amygdala, fight or flight, that is the baseline primordial emotion that we all have as human beings, that you can't bring into the marketplace. I love how Ogmandino always says in The Greatest Salesman in the World, the marketplace. He doesn't mean like some flea market or some like market where they're selling goods. He's talking about life, guys. The marketplace. Anything that we ever do to translate to another person is a product, a service, or an idea. Name one thing that is not a product, a service, or some type of idea that you, if I, as I'm talking to you guys right now, I'm giving you guys an idea, and I have to be a good salesman, because if I'm not a good salesman in that fact, I cannot sell you the idea of changing your mindset. We are conditioned. I want you guys to write this down. We are conditioned to think a certain way. Think about this, everybody, right now. I want you to raise your hand. I want you to raise your hand. Raise your hand as high as you can right now. And I know I can't see you. So I know that for the guys for everybody who's listening to me right now, I want you to raise your hand as high as you possibly can. Okay? With your hand raised up as high as you possibly can, reach a little bit higher. You see that? And I know that everybody just reached a little bit higher. But why is it that I had to tell you to reach as high as you possibly could, but then you still were able to reach just a little bit higher? Why? Because it's out of your comfort zone. You're going to reach as high as you possibly can, but you're still going to be able to reach a little bit higher because it's not comfortable for you. You have to do something that's a tad bit uncomfortable for you to reach a little bit higher. And if you did it, then you'll understand what I'm saying. This is the type of thing that we have to get over as a species, that we do not want to go all in with anything that we are doing. We are not trying. We are expecting everything else to happen for us, when that is exact opposite. That is what we have been conditioned to think, guys. I need you to understand that. I need you to hear what I'm saying when I say that, because if you're not hearing it, then you're not going to grow. Thank you, Chance. You replace a bad habit by a new habit, and when you complete the new habit, you reward yourself. Soon you will be doing it automatically. Bradley, namaste. One of my favorite books of all time, Og Mandino is the man. Yes, Mike, absolutely. Wolf of Wall Street right there. Yes, Roman. And it's true, because it completely worked on me. It completely worked on me. I love what he did, like how he explained it, because it worked on me, and I wonder if it worked on you guys too. And it's because that simple limiting belief that you give yourself, you're like, this is as hard as I can possibly reach. But if it was life or death, I promise you, you would be reaching higher, because you're not going to care about your comfort zone. You're not going to just raise your hand. You're going to be reaching out. You're going to be pushing forward. There is nothing that's going to be stopping you from reaching as far as you literally physically possibly can, but yet you might not have done that when I first asked. So that right there is such a simple example of what even in straight line persuasion that they teach about. What is another thing that they've that I have been learning? The first person you have to, and I mean, that just goes and talks about, that just goes and talks about your business. Obviously, guys, you know that you're never going to, this is a good thing, because when you're trying to pitch somebody on anything, and I hate the word pitch, but when you're trying to convey a message to another person, no matter who it is or what you're talking about, you're trying to get your message across, and they are trying to get their message across. So the first person that you have to sell, like for anybody who's in IML, for example, when you're in IML, this needs to be the best thing that you have since sliced bread. That is how important that you feel, that you have to get it out to people, that it is something that people need to see. Excuse me. It is something that everybody needs to have, because that's the way that, and that's the type of belief system that you have to have into your mindset, into your experience, into your business, and it just grows and grows and grows. What did Og Mandino literally just say at the end of that? There was one part that really got me. He said, no. Okay, for all I have the failure. Yes, right here. I will work when the failure seeks rest. I will talk when the failure remains silent. Right here. I will call on 10 who can buy my goods, while the failure makes grand plans to call on 1. I love that part, because that is another thing that Jordan Belfort has been teaching me in straight line persuasion, is that when we're trying to be salesmen, you're so concerned about getting it onto one person. You're so concerned about closing one person, when you're not understanding that there are doors that you can go knock on, and just to see if anybody has an idea of what Forex is, or if they're possible or looking for another source of income, and then bam, there you go. And if they're not interested, so what? It doesn't matter. That's not going to stop you from getting anything that you want done as a person. You need to start looking at your business. You need to start looking at Forex as the opportunity of, guess what? I missed that opportunity, but guess what? There is another opportunity that's going to be happening. It's not going to stop me. It's not going to deter me. It's going to, in fact, enforce my belief system that I know that more and more sales are going to be coming, and no matter what you're selling or what you're doing with anything, that the sales are going to come. Jordan Belfort even said when he was on, that right before he had to go to prison, he was in, he got into a little mortgage business, and he was refining everybody's mortgages, and I guess in businesses, and the first 3 doors told him no. The first 2 doors told him no. And the third one, he made $8,000. Then he went down 3 more doors, no. And then that next door, $11,000. How many people would have stopped after that third door? How many people would have heard the no 3 times and then gotten down on themselves because of all of the limiting beliefs and the constructs that we have been passed down through other generations, that if you fail, just stop. and that is a belief system that we have all carried for an extremely long time, and that is not what we need to be, where that's just not where we can be anymore. We have to be looking towards all of the benefits and all of the good things that can come out of stuff like that. I can tell you as a personal experience, I've never done that. I have never just been like, hey, are you looking to if I was in his shoes, hey, are you looking to refinance your house? Are you trying to do anything? Nope. Okay, bet. Next. And then just goes on to the next door. Hey, are you looking, what's your mortgage on your business right now? Bam, 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 bam. Close that person. Okay, go to the next door. Hey, are you get out. All right, bet. Okay, go to the next door. Hey, I'm looking to refinance, are you looking to refinance your mortgage or anything that you're trying to do right now? Okay, no. Okay, next door. Hey, are you looking to refinance? Yeah, actually, I've been looking at it, and I've been looking to bam, 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 bam. Okay, look, $11,000. Well, and that's what Jordan Belfort did. But as we do this in even, any type of business that you're in, whether it's a Magic or IML or whatever it is that you're doing, don't accept no and then say that that's it, that that's the last person on the planet Earth that you had the ability to sell to. There are people everywhere. Don't what he just said in The Greatest Salesman in the World. It's not about that he's trying to get that one grand sale, not to close that one person that they've been thinking about and putting all of their eggs into one basket. Once he's at that first person, he's got 9 more people to ask. It's all about his time. Time is the most valuable currency. He's not going to waste his time. He either realizes that these people can be closed on an idea or a deal or a service or product or anything like that, or they're not. It's that simple. If you're not ready to close somebody on something, then why are you wasting your time with them? Why is it that you're going to sit there and try to convince somebody to do something? And even if you somehow did convince them to do something, like take a product, buy a service, or do anything like that, but then they're not going to do anything with it because you had to convince them, and somehow that you convinced them to get them into a sale. Maybe you know some really good sales tactics. Maybe you've watched Straight Line Persuasion, but that's still not the point, because it's not going to build a foundation. That's not going to build that concrete business. It's not something that you want to do as a person anyways, especially if you figured out how to sell somebody something. And that is the idea with anything. That is the idea of a bias on the market. That is, IML. That's, somebody who's a car salesman. That's somebody who, works for an accounting agency. It doesn't matter what it is. You understand that if you're not closing this person, that he's not ready to be closed on an idea, then move on. It is absolutely A-okay. And that was one thing that really, really did resonate with me over the weekend. Stuff that I was studying was just, how to become that more open, not the open-minded, but, when you're told no and no and no, it kind of gets deteriorating. It almost feels painful to be told so many times. But you have to understand that even like with a negative mindset, as we were as we're talking about all of the conditioning and things that we're supposed to be met with, all of the things that we've always been taught and stuff, most of that, especially in my life, has been a lot of negativity, whether it's money, whether it's bills, whether it's religion, whether it's family arguing with each other, whether it's our neighbors like being too loud at night, whether it's, the car going flat or a car payment or an oil change or the car broke down or school or work. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, it literally it makes no difference at all. But we have all been conditioned, and I know that you guys are probably experiencing the same thing as well, that we have all been encouraged and encompassed by that negativity. Well, when you're studying stuff like this, when you're getting into this world, what is one of the laws of motion of physics? That an object that's in motion tends to stay in motion. So that just means that as we are continuing down into that negative mindset that we are all trying our best to get away from, not trying, just getting out from, that you have to realize, guys, that it has momentum. Even when you're trading, when you're starting to learn how to trade, you being a novice trader has momentum because you don't know what's going on. You're still trying to figure everything out, but remember that it has momentum and that you're going to stop the momentum and start getting it into the other direction. Yes, it takes time to get the ball rolling, to get the success rolling in, to start understanding how to close people, to start understanding how to speak to people, to start understanding how to trade, everything, guys. It all, as you slow the ball on that downward scale, it's got to start gaining up that upward speed, and as it starts doing that, it gains momentum. And that is the momentum that all of you guys want to get to, because it's harder to fall out of that momentumous state when you're surrounded by people that are constantly doing everything that they know that they should be doing, being a part of the system, being plugged into everything that we have going on. I mean, just everything, guys. That is one of the things that I have really, really stuck with, that comes along with a lot of the stuff that I have been reading. It is just awesome. Money, man. One, and I mean, man, I have so many notes. I just want to, this is all I want to talk about is just all of my notes, like everything that we have gotten to. I don't know if you guys know, but I've always detested money. I've always never liked money, but money matters. What can you do in poverty as a person? What can you do to change people? What can you do if you don't have money? You can only influence the ring of people around you, and that's not going to be something that is going to be extremely helpful or beneficial to the mass consciousness of the world, to helping everybody else out. So, what do you guys think about that? Am I wrong? Is it something that you agree with? Like, what is it that you think that are your limiting beliefs into a system, and how can we start to implement that brand new change into people and start implementing newer ideas that are going to get people out of that mindset, because that's not where people want to be naturally. You don't want to be stuck in there in that world forever. And you know what? You're not going to. Even if you are that person that is there right now, that I promise you're going to get taken care of by the universe one way or another. Even, I mean, think about, even once again, I'm going to reference Jordan Belfort. The day that he found out that he was losing his freedom, he lost his money and his wife and his kids all in the same day. How bad do you think that you would want to quit? How bad do you think you would just want to crawl into a hole and not come out? You lose your money, your family, and your career all at once, and your freedom. He knew he was going to prison for X amount of time. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine, like, the deficit of mentality that you would be in? You would think that, like, I have truly lost everything that I've cared for in my life. But what he says, that even when he was sitting in jails doing all of that stuff, that he was applying, this philosophy, and he came out like a monster, and came out even stronger than what he had originally anticipated, or probably even what he thought was going to happen. That prison or jail had made him into something a lot more powerful, something a lot more, where he needed to be on that mindset level. And I mean, it's just powerful to see, guys, that no matter how hard you can be kicked down, do not become that creature of circumstance. Become the creator of circumstance. Create new habits. Do not say, "Oh, well, I can't stop." Whatever it is that I'm doing because of XYZ. Well, then guess what? XYZ are going to be the things that stop you from whatever it is that you're trying to get to, because you're allowing such limiting beliefs to stop you. And it really is that simple. If you think, now what does thinking mean? Thinking means that you are taking something out of your brain and turning it into manifestation. That you were thinking of something, and that you were going to translate that into reality, no matter what it is. If you're only looking for the negative results, if you're only looking for the losses that you're going to achieve in the markets, what do you think that you're going to achieve, guys? How simple can it be? It's not going to be any simpler to say that that is exactly 100% what you were going to get out of this market. And it's not something that you really want to be doing on a daily basis. You want to be really, really sidetracking, deviating off of that negativity path, and staying onto the positive path, and not swaying off of it for as much as you possibly can. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be a lot of the mindset that I wanted to talk about tonight. Now let's look at some pairs. Now, we never looked at news, and I know because we didn't get into everything, but it's okay. I can't see how many people are here. I don't care, but we are going to be looking at news. As you guys should know, USD and CAD both have holidays today, so we're not going to really have a New York session with those two closed down. London should be fine. Let me get some water. Ah. How was everybody's NFP, by the way, guys? How did everybody go? Did you lose some money? Did you blow the account? Did you make a lot of money? Did you make a little bit of money? How many pips did you catch? How was NFP for you guys? I know that what I had been talking about all week was that dollar drop. And what did happen? On NFP, we had a massive, massive spike to that upside, and I loved it. That was exactly what I was anticipating, and I closed out. I closed out after those trades, and I took those profits after that. Like, I did not play. You learned during NFP, Chance? Dope. Euro Odd, I got you, brother. I got you, Chance. The universe acts through us, so once the collective consciousness of the people of the world realize that we must first become more internally, then we will manifest the reality we truly desire. Shane, namaste, brother. 30K, Roman? Oh, I was like, what? As within, so without. Shane. Oh my goodness. Namaste. My trading on USD was meh. Finally enough for it to get me another good buy entry about 10 minutes after. On GJ for about 80 odd pips though. Good. Jared made 17 pips with a buy limit. Nothing exciting, but better than 0 pips, I guess. So I'm happy with that. If you caught 17 pips during NFP, I'm very, very excited for you, brother. Jared, that is awesome. That is, and that was something that I had been calling. And then even look what happened. The dollar did retrace back down. Everything, the dollar did get weaker. But I really, really hope that everybody have, really, really just got in on those trades and sold the hell out of that dollar. And then even if you were with us on Friday morning with NFT or NFP with Zach and us, I was telling people the second you're in profit, the second you're in there in NFP, get out, take your profits. Always learn from your NFPs. So Chance, like a wonderful thing that you did that as well, brother. That is incredible that that you took the time to learn out of that experience, because news is something that it can be really, really I don't want to say, like, it's definitely not bad. It's just a learning experience for people, and sometimes people have to have that loss. Some people have to experience the, that drawback, that hitting that low, that hitting back into the negativity of things, just so you can slingshot or bow and arrow your way back into the positivity of everything that is going to be going good for your life, because I promise that there is a lot. And if you are in that negative mindset, I guarantee you could turn it around and look at all of the other things that you got going on. So, like I said, guys, we only have a little bit of Euro news and nothing really for New York session. 4:30 a.m. we have one red folder, but we're not going to be really looking at news today. We're not going to get a lot of stuff that's going on. Pay attention to the euro. The euro is getting news and news and news and news, but it's all a little bit of news. But hey, if it was all negative, the euro might fall. If it were all to just hurt. So we're not going to stick on news anymore. Euro odd was the pair Chance wanted to look at. And I wasn't looking at Euro odd, but Jordan was. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Euro odd's really at a place right now. I'm looking, at first glance, I'm definitely seeing the buy, but let's go ahead and back out to the day as we always do. All right, so you can see that Euro odd has really been bouncing off of that one particular line. Hold on. The hiccups. Blew my account. Lucky was on demo. Ben, no worries. With a buy stop I meant. Yeah, no, I got you. My trading, okay, was negative 40 pips and I held off and now back in profit. Max. Is 40 pips the amount? Is 40 pips the amount of pips that you're willing to lose per trade? If not, if you broke your rules, that's fine. We all do that as humans, but remember that you got to try to implement that system to where you don't break that rule. But if 40 pips was your rule and that you didn't let it go any higher, namaste to you, brother. Holding true to your trading style, to everything that you're doing. All right, so we're gonna look out at the day here on Euro Odd a little bit. I don't never be like you. Not a puppet on a string. Okay, so looking at this on the daily, you've got this as the 0.5, and that's exactly where Euro Odd had bounced off of, and that's on the daily. So if we're going to hop back down to the hour, you're going to see that that had wicked down there to the 0.5. It is about, and at least on mine, this is about, 229 pips away, but... All right, so looking at the 15-minute here, uh, no, I'm gonna back out to the hour. I mean, obviously, I would like to see the upside movement. This would, I mean, it just seems very obvious. But is it still gonna continue to gain that lower momentum? It maybe tap a low. So what am I gonna do, Mike? What are we going to do? Well, we're going to do what I always do. We're going to be drawing some lines and looking at where we can implement some theoretically good places. So we've got that going on for us right there. And where Euro Odd is, you could definitely be looking at a buy limit. I mean, sure. All right, so we're going to be looking at Euro Odd. So if I were to have that buy limit at 1.46643 on that buy limit, and then my sell limit would easily be at the top up there. I'm just going to go ahead and put it back up, pretty much like at that next resistance zone, and that would definitely be at 1.47919. And I would have a sell stop on it as well, just in case it does just continue to break and break and break. And I'd probably have it about there, 1.46536. Remember, I like to put those at random, 1.46536. What is up, Buttercup Powerpuff Girl? How is it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so Chance, what are your thoughts on Euro Odd, brother? What do you think that it's going to be doing? What do you think it's going to be up to as a pair? What is your conception and your idea on it? And I'm gonna go be ahead looking at Bay. USD JPY. This is only 15-minute. Did actually come down. It's still selling like crazy, man. I mean, it's falling. Oh my goodness, it's falling right now as we speak. So your USG JPY. I'm looking to catch 30 to 50 pips here. Awesome. Awesome chance. I'm definitely agreeing with that bias, brother. Like, Euro Odd definitely is like hitting a channel, hitting a zone, hitting a phase. I could draw that phase out that this is where price had came up and touched and got away from as well, and then created this low. So we would go to that high, and then that's the phase that Euro Odd would easily be in right now. Could have even put that down there, but due to because I can see what has actually been happening, and we're trying to determine the future here, but just with that history, we can definitely see that it's channeling in and out of that zone. And you could also have that as a zone as well. But I'm going to go ahead and put it back down to that level just so it can get some room on Euro Odd. That's about 35 pips away. That's pretty good. 20 pips up on UJ. You must be selling it max, and that's dope that you were selling it. That dollar's getting hurt. All right, let me get off of that. Let me hop off that 15-minute. Yeah, so UJ is really, really coming back down. It's really coming back, respecting that 4-hour zone that I have. That's green zone. So what am I going to be doing, Mike? All right, so my buy limit, of course, is going to be down there at the bottom, 102.818. sell limit. And I believe it might respect it. Go just a tad pinch higher. 103.924. And if it's gonna break this and sell stop, 103.351. So 103.351 for that sell stop is looking at the Justin called UJ sell on the 104. Oh my goodness, that's dope. He is in some mad pips right now. We all are. Yeah, 50 pips, baby. Love it. Shout out to that boy Justin, man. He's a freaking boss. Doing everything. He's killing it. Killing it. All right, sorry about that. All right, so that would be Euro A and UJ. So we got that. We got that on lockdown. I'm not thinking that UJ is really going to be breaking up right now, but I do have a buy limit down here and a sell limit right up here at the top just in case it does like to trend back in there. But I'm also going to be keeping my eye to be closing out maybe at the 103.1-ish range. So point of interest, 103.1 range. All right, so I got that written down for me. Euro odd, UJ. Let's go to AU now. Let's check out what AU's been doing. All right, so as you can see, guys, as we have been doing, following this channel for a while, these are my same markups that I've had on AU for a while. And if y'all need a refresher, there they all are. Remember all these phases, and then I drew this daily zone. It had blasted through it, and then it was respecting this phase that it had going right here. Then it broke down and hit my 4 hour. And then I caught pips like in here. And then it finally came back in. And then that last tap on this 4 hour, I rode all of that up. I closed out, I don't know, like, yeah, it was like 30. Yeah, it was like 42 pips. So it was like somewhere right there. But now look at what we have going on. We've got Euro odd completely respecting that. On AU, we've got it respecting my daily zone. So the very tippy top of this daily zone is 0.76034. So if it comes back up to it, 0.76034, and then, you know, that's what I would be looking for. I actually missed that UJ because I didn't listen. Oh, Roman. It's all right, brother. It is okay. The opportunity's there. All right, so that would be my sell limit, and then of course, very, very, very simple to see where my buy limit is going to be. I'm gonna set it down. Well, wait. Okay, how many pips is this down? Yeah, that's about 76. I'll be a little bit more aggressive with it with the buy limit. .75, 396, and then I'm going to put a buy stop in there as well, just in case it does actually break down, and that's what that blue line is, 0.76105. I'm not going to set a sell stop. It's not going to keep crashing like that. No worries. So I got my sell limit at 0.76034, my buy limit at 0.75396, buy stop at 0.76105. Easy, easy. They're not signals. They're not calls. It's just my bias. And it's very, very easy to identify those numbers or something very, very close to them. Just where I think that the market is going to be moving. But also, you got to remember that Canada and America's banks are closed today. So we're not going to be getting a lot of response out of the New York session or anything that's going on. So the market's going to be a little bit slower than usual on the start of the week and that kind of thing. So doesn't mean that you can't catch any type of opportunity or anything. It's just that it's going to be a little bit slower. Do not worry about it. All right, so that's AU. G2J. What up, bae? Bitty bitty cross her bones for miracles and pray we get. All right. So what do we got here on the G2J? I was already been looking at this a while ago. I've already got my zone identified from this up there. Cool beans, cool beans. So that's what we got, completely off the respect of GJ. You know, as it hit that top and then the market closed, it's kind of been heading down as GJ's been working. You know, I'm definitely going to be looking at the tops and the bottoms of these zones. So my buy limit. All right, 136,857. And then the sell limit is going to be up at the top of that other zone that it has. Let's see if we can get another tap on that line. 138,777. And let's see. Am I going to set a buy or sell stop? Nah, I'm not going to. There's no need to. I have a pretty good bias on where I think GJ is going to be going, and I think GJ is going to continue to head down to tap the bottom of that phase that I've got drawn up right here, because you know that we're already looking for the next place that phase is going to be going. So I'll be looking for that double confirmation on that tap and to see if it's going to get there or not. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm still going to be looking. I'm still going to be looking for the opportunities. And I just wanted to let you guys know so you can, you know, you know, because I like to be open with you guys, is that me and Jordan are actually implementing a completely new trading strategy. And what is it, you ask? All right, so let me pull it up. Stuck in this room forever. I scream, but only echoes care to answer. We waste our words, the fires will find our home. We made our world, the last loop way back home. We'll defy to the storm, say forevermore. No prisoners of war. Where is my trading plan? What is going on? Why am I not seeing mine? Hear the angels sing. Where is it? Board meeting, master template. Well, I have chances in yesies, but I don't have mine. That's odd. Oh, okay. So I'm not going to be able to show you that way. I don't know why. I can't find my chart here, but we're going to be trying something new. We're going to be going up on our lot sizes, and we're going to be going to, like, let's say we wanted to go in on a trade, right? We're going to try a 0.11, and that we're going to close out at the 10 pip mark. We're going to be cashing out $10 or losing $5 every trade. We're either going to make 10, close out, and ride the 0.1. So we're going to be riding on the on the 0.01, cashing out the 0.1 on the trade, making sure that we collect at least $10, riding out with the rest of the bias. But it's either that or we're going to be losing, $5 or whatever, whatever our stop loss is, because it's going to be congruent to what our account size is. But in any case, and we're going to simply start upping that. So it's going to be a little bit of a different strategy than something that we've ever done before. So I'm really, really excited to try something new. And I want you guys to always understand that you can always try a new trading strategy. It's not that, the strategy that you're working with right now has to be the one that you have to do. you can always implement a new system if you are ready to implement a new system and try something new, completely different, just to see if it works. If it doesn't work, then obviously you can go back to the original system or find something new that makes that system even better, or something completely different in itself. But as long as that you were sticking with it and you were holding each other of your accountability, if you're holding your accountability partner and they're holding you accountable as well, that you should be able to experiment with new different types of systems and see what can work and can't work for you. And this would be the best day to start something like that, on a Sunday, with a mindset, with a different type of thing, with a whole new week. If you lost money on the last NFP, it is absolutely okay. We're going to be moving forward and getting into the next stage. It is absolutely perfectly okay. And that maybe you want to implement a brand new system and try something completely new. That is also very, very possible as well, guys. So don't be afraid. Do not be afraid to try something new. I'm having deja vu. Kind of sounds like you have a runaway train where you take most of the profit unless the red. Yeah, yes, exactly, Bradley. That we're trying, if we're going to be doing it, like if we wanted to go in on a 0.2, that we're going to take out the 0.1 and ride that 0.1. Or that we're going to take out the 0.1 or the 0.19 and ride out the 0.01 or whatever we think that is going to be. Whatever. I mean, it always just depends on that situation and what we think is going to be the best. But that's just going to be something new that we're going to be trying, guys. And I'm really, really excited to try it on this London tonight, because we decided to implement this Friday, but we didn't obviously do it on an NFP. So this is going to be the first start of the week of us implementing a new system. So as you guys know, or I'm definitely going to be following up with you guys and letting you know how everything went. So if anybody doesn't have any other questions, we discussed EA, UJ, AU, and GJ, some of the most popular pairs. And if without that, guys, I wanted this just to be the open up of the week. I want you guys to have your goals ready. I want you to have a game plan for what you're doing this week. I want you to get through some personal development, whatever it is. And by the way, I want to personally apologize to everybody for not having the mindset webinar. On Friday night, Chris Terry and me were working on IML TV all night Friday night, and I did not have the time to get it done. Like, I could have easily just hopped onto another computer, but I had to sit here right in front of my computer and do it with them the whole time. So I really, really apologize about that. And I want to get, we're getting one scheduled. I already let Tyson know and everything. So we're going to be good on that. Where would you suggest one to set up a trade strategy? Well, Ben, first of all, go to your accountability partner. And if you don't have accountability partner, that's the first step. So after you have one of those, y'all need to develop your system in what kind of pairs do you want to trade, what time, what is your implementation on your strategy. Do you look at the daily? Do you look at the hourly? Do you scalp? Are you an intraday? Identify what kind of trader you are. Figure out the times that you want to trade. Stick to it. Provide yourself consistency. And implement, and just implement. If you're trying to start out a new strategy, Ben, then just start on demo. There's absolutely no problem with just going onto a little demo account and trying something out. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it does, hey, maybe you've got something, maybe you're onto something, and that's something that you're going to really be able to implement into your trading and do everything. But we've also got a couple of template strategies here, I believe. No, that's not it. Oh, well. Yeah, Ben, we can, Ben, hit me up on Facebook after that, or after this, and I can get you a trading template. Once I find mine, I can send you mine, so you will be able to have mine, just so you can start to develop a plan, because you need a plan of action. You need to have your accountability partner, and then you just need to act. You just need to figure out what works and what doesn't for you. What works for me might not work for you. So, it's all about implementing a new system and trying out something new. And I hope that answers your question, Ben. So with that being said, guys, I want you to put everything down. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to get into that place. I want you to find that comfort place, like Happy Gilmore status. getting into whatever you think is going to, create the zen. Oh my goodness. Guys, I want to thank y'all all so much for being here on this Sunday night, for helping co-create the experience that we had tonight. I hope that, we got some good biases out, maybe some good answers, or maybe some good mindset that might have been translated into your brain, that might be something that really, really resonated, that really hit the gong inside of your brain, that is really just like, wow, that is vibrating in my head right now. It's creating the friction, it's creating the ideas, and it's creating a brand new belief system in me as we hear all of the one of some of the most powerful minds speak in our in our species, as are the people of some of the most powerful minds of us talk, that we really resonate with that. But I really, really thank you guys for being here and taking the time out of your day to even come in here and hear that stuff, for being a part of the classroom, for helping co-create what we created tonight, guys. And as you continue your breathing exercises tonight, and as you're ready to manifest the pips that you're going to be catching tonight, maybe not so much on the New York session, that you're going to take that into consideration, and that you're going to manifest. You're literally going to bring the idea of success and happiness and wealth into your life. You're not going to be a creature of circumstance. You're going to be a creator of circumstance. Do not let the things that hold you down hold you down. Break those shackles, break the cycle of negativity, and then we are really going to start to see the next level of all of our lives. We are going to become the best possible versions of ourselves, and that is what we are all waiting for as the individuals. And the fact that you guys are here, and the fact that I'm here, and as we do this every night, tells me that we are well on our way of getting that done. There is no golden strategy, guys. It is about implementing new strategies and implementing new mindsets. There isn't just like, oh yeah, this is just how you do it, and this is all that it takes. And guess what? You're going to be successful off of something so easy. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing it, guys. So always remember the struggle, because the beauty is in the struggle of the things that we have to face on a daily basis. Always remember the struggle, but be ready for the future of promise and an abundance that you have waiting for you on the other side, guys. Namaste. Open your eyes. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Trade House stream tonight. And guys, that we are going to be live for tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, and the next day. We're going to be discussing different things. I just wanted to open this week up with a good little mindset call, with a good thing of positive affirmations, with everything. We have a lot of work that we need to do, guys. We have a lot of stuff that we have to do. And be ready to catch your pips tonight, guys. And if you're not going to be training tonight, make sure that you're studying and doing everything that you need to do to take it to the next level. So with that being said, guys, namaste. I want you guys all to have a wonderful night. Please take a picture and share it on social media if you can. And we will see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Love you. We'll see you tomorrow night.